Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. I hope that y'all had a wonderful day. It is after 9 p.m. here. I had a long day. I had a long weekend actually. That's why I haven't really posted that much. I'm actually shocked that I was able to have anything to put up, but here I am. Unfortunately, part of this video is something that I am going to have some commentary on. It actually is something that hit close to home. But before I get into that, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed. Thank everybody who has been following me. I want to thank you to all of my new subscribers. Y'all are very much so appreciated. So if you like my content, like it. If you like my content, yet again, subscribe if you haven't. And like I said before, I really do appreciate you. So anyway, if you are into football, and even if you aren't a fan, I'm pretty sure you have heard by now about the passing of Tavaris Jackson. So y'all know that I am an Alabama fan, which of course is college football. I don't really follow nothing else. I used to be into NFL and all that stuff. I'm really not anymore. I'm just pretty much over it. I've been over it for a while, but whenever people I've gone to school with or people who are Alabama, players that have, ascended to the NFL, I support them. So like the Mark Ingrams of the world, Julio Jones, all of them, I loved them and I watched them their whole career when they were playing for Alabama, so I'll support them. So as far as Tavaris Jackson is concerned, I actually knew him. I've known him for most of my life. I've known him since I was 12 years old. He was a year older than me. We literally went to junior high together, and we went to high school together, and we went to college together. I went to Bellingraph Junior High School. That's where he went. I just went there 1 year. He was a year ahead of me, but I went there and I graduated from Sidney Lanier High School. We both were poets there. That's what our mascot was. And he was a Hornet as well. I graduated from Alabama State University. So I've always known of who he was. I've always followed his career. He made it big. And even when we were younger, before he made it big and went to the NFL, he was actually the opposite of what you normally get when you're dealing with a jock. You know what I'm saying? He actually would speak to me. He would actually be nice to me. And I was kind of shocked, but then it became normal because most of the time you don't get that from people who are jocks, especially the ones who decide to have problems with you because you don't look like the typical girls that they would go after. He would just genuinely be like, hey, how y'all doing? And really would speak to you and make your day. He was just nice. He really was really sweet. So that's something that I always remembered. And then when he made it to the NFL, do you know how loud I hollered? Like I really was like, we went to the same school. Like my mama knew of him. I actually used to tell my mama about the various people who have made it. And before they made it, I talked about them while I was growing up. And if it was something that to me was shocking, like, oh, this was a jock. This was somebody who normally don't talk to people like me. And they aren't usually nice to people like me. And I would tell my mama like, oh, well, this person was really sweet to me when I was in school. And she'd be shocked like, huh, what you talking about? And some of them end up being people that I didn't know was related to me or connected in the community that my mother grew up in. And she knew of them and their mom and all of them. So it's like there was always some sort of a tie between myself and these people. So y'all, Tavares started getting into trouble when he got into the NFL in his personal life. And I'm not going to discuss that. So I'm just going to let y'all, if you don't know nothing about it, just Google it and you'll see. And I was very disappointed. I could not believe it. I'm telling you, it was to the point where when news broke about that, My mama was calling me and asking me had I heard the news, and I told her unfortunately yes. And I was kind of hoping that she ain't even see it, because I already knew that she knew that he and I had gone to various schools together and graduated from these schools. So I am not a fan of what he did in his personal life, but he undoubtedly was an amazing athlete. So, you have to give him his props when it comes to that. In my opinion, I ain't trying to force nothing on nobody. I'm just saying I do respect the fact that he was amazing at what he did professionally. I just did not agree with what he was doing in his personal life. So anyway, y'all, just lift his family up in prayer at this time. Like, it's just a lot. Apparently he passed away from a car accident. It's weird to me because despite all that stuff that happened to him, that he was doing in his personal life, when everybody started asking questions and saying, oh, well, I heard he passed away. Do you know how he passed away? And, just trying to get information, like early this morning, I didn't see any major news outlets say anything about it. So I was kind of shocked, and I kind of had to dig for the information. So within an hour after people started realizing that this information, this situation really did happen, out of nowhere, then we started getting like some people to kind of report on it. So I kind of found that to be strange. But yeah, he was in a car accident. I don't know what was going on with that. I don't know if he was home, because I know at home and here in Virginia, at least, it was raining really bad. It was they had different warnings and stuff yesterday, but it was bad weather. But a lot of my friends and family said they came out of it fine. So I don't know where he was. I don't know if he was home. I don't know if he was wherever he was residing prior to, actually after leaving home, when he went into the NFL and all that stuff. But yeah, y'all, just lift his family up in prayer. Okay, y'all, so let's move on to the next person. Okay, this is random, but it's something that I want to talk on, speak on, or whatever at some point in time. I thought that I spoke on it before, but I think if I did say something about it, it was briefly. It's going to be brief again. I know I said it to somebody in particular because Mona Scott Young and them decided to continuously leave it out, and I'm like, why y'all keep leaving this out? Y'all know Alexis Sky is lying about this sex trafficking stuff, and I'm like, why are y'all still putting this out there like she was a victim when she was just saying all this stuff for clout? Like, I don't understand. Like, y'all still wanna just have her out here like she needs to be this spokesperson for something that didn't even happen to her. It's like, why would you do that? And you know she was lying. We already uncovered that she was lying. So it's like, why are y'all over here just egging this on? I don't understand, but I'm tired. So yeah, as far as that, I'm like, that situation, that is something that is too serious for you to sit up here and play with. I don't like when people play about stuff like that. I don't like when people play about being raped. I don't like when people play about molestation. I don't like when people play about stuff like that, saying they have diseases or cancer and all this other stuff, and they really don't, and they're just saying it trying to get sympathy and attention and all that stuff. That's why when people come on my channel and try to tell me that I am making up the facts that I have been raped and molested, or trying to tell me that I must have done something to provoke these people to do these things to me, it's like, get off my page. Like, get off my page. Don't come over here trying to tell me what I did or did not go through, or that I'm lying and I must have done something to provoke somebody and all that. It's like, no, I don't have time. That is too much. I was broken for a very long time because of all that stuff that happened to me. So outside of different other things in life that have happened, those few things, it was very traumatic for me to go through. And then for people to come on my platform and try to tell me that I'm lying, it's like, nah. So that's why when I found out that Alexis Sky was lying, it's like, what you not finna do is sit up here and continue to lie even further. And I'm like, you already know. I'm like, do y'all really not have enough storyline to go around? So you're going to just keep sticking with this? And you know that this is updated because like the episode just came on of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, just came on and went off not too long ago. And they still have it in there as a part of her plot line. And you know it's updated because they were supposed to do the interviews and everybody has been doing their interviews from home. She did her interview from home. She's still over here telling the lies. And you know that all this stuff that's going on with the virus, that's what I'm going to call it. I ain't got time for the other stuff. All this stuff that's going on with that virus, they have them recording from home and editing all of their stuff into the TV show from what they actually did all of their filming around before. So I'm trying to understand, why is it that you sitting up here pushing this narrative like she actually was a victim of that when she wasn't? It was already unearthed that she was lying. So why are you still going with this? There's a lot of other drama that's going on the show. And even though some of the other drama that's going on is like kind of overkill, it's still stuff that really did happen. Like we actually did see Sierra on the news. That actually broke the internet a little bit. Like that kind of woke the internet up a little bit when that happened. Because way before the show even came on for this season, I saw all that stuff. And they had an interview where she had done with whatever the actual local media outlet is, where she spoke on it. And they had a clip of that actually in the show. So I already knew that was real. And it's unfortunate. But at the same time, when it comes to this Alexis Sky stuff, this is stuff that did not happen to her. So I'm like, get somebody who actually has gone through this. Don't sit up here and have this liar on here and she over here getting her followers up, and then this is her chasing clout even more. And it's like, why are you giving her this spotlight? Why are you paying her to lie like this? Like, it's just a whole new level. And I understand that a lot of these people get on here and they fake the funk, but it's like when it comes down to reality TV, when it comes to the stuff that they do in order to get clicks and views and all that stuff, I get it, but don't sit up here and say somebody has cancer. Don't sit up here and say somebody has been a victim of horrendous things that are going on in this country and all that stuff. Don't sit up here and say, oh, woe is me, I can't afford this life-saving surgery, please do this for me. And then y'all air this stuff and then it ends up being a lie, and then you've taken advantage of the consumer. Don't do that. I don't like when people do stuff like that. So that's why I'm bringing it up now. And I don't like the fact that Mona Scott Young and everybody else who has greenlit this mess has allowed this to be aired, and she's getting a check for like ridiculous lies when there are people who are real victims. There are too many people out here who are real victims. So it's like, don't do this. Anyway, so moving right along to some more foolishness. I don't know if y'all have Instagram and if you've seen the foolishness that's been going on. You already know a lot of people have been quarantined because of this virus. And so everybody and their mama is on live at the same time and doing the most. And so Diddy was on live with his children and other people who are not blood related to him, who he considers to be his children, one of which that he said he adopted. He didn't say nothing about the other child that's not blood related to him. I guess it's because we already know the backstory, but I ain't gonna even get into that at this moment. But he had various people that he, kind of let come into the room, and he would play music, and he was raising money for like healthcare professionals. And because I didn't know what was going on, so I was like, okay, what is he doing in here? Y'all, so Lizzo came in the room and they playing music. People been dancing. His son's dancing. He dancing. So Lizzo starts dancing. Y'all know how Lizzo get down. She ain't finna just two-step. Why would you invite her into the room and play the music that you was playing and think she just gonna two-step to it? So she starts bending over and shaking, and he gonna come out of nowhere and says, whoa, no, we gotta stop all this. So she had to get up was like, wait a minute, what happened? And then she starts apologizing because he tried to make it seem like, oh no, we gotta find a family friendly song. This is family friendly. This Easter Sunday. Then not long after that, he gets Drea Michelle on there. Y'all know Drea. She was from Basketball Wives years and years ago. And, you know, she has a great deal with, I think she does Savage X Fendi stuff. I know she has a lot of stuff going on. She does modeling. And I'm here for all that. She tries to stay out of the drama. But, you know, some way, somehow, she's always dragged right into it. But anyway, he ended up playing, you know the song. I'm not going to say the name of the song because I don't, you know, really say certain words or whatever, but it, you know, take it over for the 99 to 2000 so you can gather what I'm talking about. He played that and she twerked and shook and did the most, jumped on the bed and was shaking and trying to twerk, and she was doing the most all throughout the area that the camera was recording, and he was here for it. He went and sat down, took a seat and was here for it, and then, you know, told her thank you and everything. And it's like, you have this same energy when Lizzo was twerking. And I don't know how many of y'all saw it. I know this is a video that I made at one point in time when she did some video awards, when she finally was recognized after years of being out there. And she was kind of really getting on the scene then. She did a performance and I was disappointed in the performance dance-wise because she likes to twerk, but it's like she wasn't moving. So within the video, I was like, I love her. I understand everything she stands for, but I'm confused as to why these people have come up with choreography for her or whatever it was. And she loves trying to shake, but she wasn't shaking nothing. So why are these people setting her up for failure like this? So I did a demonstration of what she was doing and what her body was supposed to be doing. And I was just like, I know people who have like no butt at all. And I mean, I have a whole lot, but at the same time, I just didn't understand why she thought she was twerking when she wasn't. So somebody told her something and now she knows how to twerk or whatever you want to call it, shake and all this. And the point is, every single time I make a video, somebody is texting me and calling me. Y'all, anyway, it just amazes me that every single time she tries to do something, now everybody got something to say sideways. But when Drea was doing it, he ain't had that same energy, and I'm just like, stop. And this is my synopsis. This is my commentary on him in general. I've been done with Diddy years and years and years ago anyway. Every time you look up, everything he touches turns to crap. Especially when it comes to music. He will screw these people over and he gets all this money off of them. He's the one who gets all the notoriety. Everybody else fades to black, even if they have fame for a really quick second. And it's like, what's going on? And then somehow they are the ones who end up screwed in the end. And it's like a lot of people didn't see through it until like later on in life. I don't know if he had anything to do with Biggie getting killed. I don't know. And I'm not gonna ever try to sit up here and act like I wasn't like moving and bopping and grooving to anything that he was in, doing his hype man situation to, because that's just what it was back in the day. But as of nowadays, I don't fool with him. I don't. He's extra. Even when his children's mother passed away, I looked at him sideways like, I don't really know if I feel like he genuinely cared about her necessarily passing away. I feel like he was crying and upset because he realized how dirty he did her in life. That's kind of what I felt. And I could be completely wrong, but I've been looking at him sideways for quite some time. Long time. So it don't surprise me that he did what he did. And I'm just like, please go somewhere and sit down. I'm tired. Y'all, speaking of Instagram, even if you don't have Instagram, I feel like there's no way that you could not have heard about what has been going on. Tory Lanez is on Instagram. And he is somebody who I don't really hear people talking about like that. And I ain't heard nobody be talking about his music and none of this. So all of a sudden, because of this quarantine situation, he got on there, and he was on there initially as far as people reporting back and actually trying to have something to say, whether it was the Shade Room or whoever else. It was negative press at first because he had this quarantine radio situation. And he had some girl who would call in who would like basically get allowed to come into the room every single day. And she would get on there and she would dance, and she had like the biggest like gummy worm, and she would like deep throat the gummy worm, and everybody got their life because of it. And his IG got like temporarily suspended, and then it got reopened. And because of all this stuff that has been going on with this, it actually ended up helping him in the process because he was going to drop new music. People were tuning in at like record breaking numbers. The girl kept coming in, but then now he's trying to make it a little bit more wholesome, but not really, because Johnny Blaze was up in there doing the most. Somebody was like pouring baby oil all on her. I was like, why is you putting baby oil all on you, dropping it all on the floor, doing all this for free? I don't understand. Anyway, so now he's getting, all kinds of publicity. People are, buying the records like crazy. He had all kinds of like amazing stuff that happened all because of him doing this. So I'm like, wow, it's crazy how you was out here being reckless and now you're being rewarded for the crazy behavior that you put out there. But okay, go off. So y'all do that if y'all want to. I don't really fool with Tory and Lanez like that. Never really have. I'm more of a Bryson Tiller slight, fan, if you will. I have more Bryson Tiller than Tory Lanez. I ain't really care about Tory Lanez like that. I ain't gonna lie, I like his teeth. His teeth are amazing. So I'm here for that. So I'm not really trying to drag him. I just felt like, well, dang, you over here getting all of this shine for the foolishness. It was crazy because other people, like, it had been anybody, like most other people, oh, they would have been drugged through the mud, all this other stuff. I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, I got to go back to the Diddy story really, really quick. My main issue was, why are you getting on IG Live asking us common folks, and I guess along with any celebrities that wanted to come in the room who saw your live, going, why are you asking us for money? We the ones who ain't got no money. A lot of these people at the house not working. Why are you asking us for money? You should have had a thon. And y'all, just in case you didn't know, he legally had his middle name changed to Love. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I feel like he should have just been like, let me do this. Let me do it like this. I'm going to ask all celebrities, any celebrity that come in here on this live, I'm going to ask them to donate because they got money. I'm talking about the Beyoncés, people like that who got money to burn. Like, they had this much money, they will never be able to spend it in their life. And they probably are like humongous philanthropists. So it's like, come on now. Stop asking us for money. He had like a goal. I don't know what the goal was, but he said that they met it and they surpassed it. And you were over here asking us. Don't ask us. Don't ask us unless you're going to do like Cardi B, and I hate to say it, unless you're going to do like her and Fashion Nova and give away $1,000 every hour until they give away $1 million to us, then don't be rolling up on us about stuff like this. You have money, you need to be giving away money. If you're going to do that, you could have got the money together. You got enough money that you done got off the sweat and blood and the tears of everybody that you done screwed over the years. You could have been donating some money as penance. Let me stop. But in all seriousness, I really do feel like he should have just asked all of his little celebrity friends for the money instead of asking us. Don't ask us for nothing. I ain't got it, and I wasn't giving it. Even if I did, I was not gonna give it to his cause, because I feel like we are the working poor. You have money just sitting there that you just throw away and burn. You and your children, all y'all can donate. Don't be asking us for nothing. So anyway, I digress. Is there anything else that's been going on that I wanted to discuss? Because a lot of these lives be doing the most. I guess I'll end it on a good note. So I guess I'll stick with the theme of IG. Dnice, just in case you don't know who he is on there almost all day and definitely all night, just DJing, and I live for the music. So if you have not been on Instagram, you need to get on there and subscribe to him, because it is an amazing quarantine party going on up in there all throughout the day and the night. I get my life. He be on there quite a bit. And it's interesting. I really do get my life, and people are in there like talking and bonding over the music, and you know, he shouts people out. Like, he's real cool. I mean, when I tell you everybody be in there, everybody in there. One night that I was watching it, Oprah came up in there. I think Michelle Obama came up in there. Like, a lot of people were in there. A lot of like well-known people were in there outside of us. So anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this little, I guess it's going to be a thoughts video. I might come back on a little bit later before I go to bed. We'll see how I feel, because I do have 1 or 2 shows I need to do a recap on. So I might come back. If not, y'all have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for all of your support. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. Have a good one. Bye.